everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us for our very exciting, very first pre show party. I personally am thrilled, and I can't believe that you guys are all here. If you haven't already gotten your tickets for Guys and Dolls tonight, you can still do so. Head to that link in the caption of this video from Short Show Tix for you, so you can get your tickets. They are totally free, incredibly amazing to download, super easy. And if you feel so inclined, go ahead and make a donation. We're always accepting donors and sponsors for our new adventures. Um, we are really, really excited for Boxcar Theatricals' inaugural show, Guys and Dolls, tonight. This show is so near and dear to our hearts, and this show is extra special. It's actually the first show that our artistic director, Tyler Stouffer, ever performed in. Like, ever. First one, baby super cute child. So we're really excited that it gets to be the first one that he got to put on as the artistic director of our new company. We are here to bring you COVID safe events to the people of Orange County and really all over the world now with our virtual events. And I personally am super excited to get started. Um, we over at Boxcar are committed to creating a safe and welcoming and diverse place for individuals from all walks of life to come in and celebrate the arts and the power that it has to bring our community together. Um, I'm super excited about it. I am one of our board members over at Boxcar Theatricals. I am a member. Hey, Stephen, super excited. Thanks for tuning in. So I am, super excited to be here, and we're having a blast. It has been genuinely wild doing a show over Zoom, and just kind of getting everything ready and having this whole process where we get to create art in the middle of this scary and trying time where it felt like, we just couldn't. Um, so I don't know about you guys, but I'm hyped. So if you haven't already gotten your tickets, go get them. You can get them in the caption of this video. Um, Welcome. Welcome aboard the hype train, as we like to call it. You should also follow along our social media. This is one of them here on Facebook and YouTube as well. If you're tuning in from there on our YouTube account, go ahead and follow those. You can also follow along our Instagram account on, hey, Alan, thanks. Uh, you can also follow along our Instagram page at Boxcar Theatricals. I'm actually doing a takeover tonight during the show. I've already posted a couple things there, so you can stay tuned to kind of see the behind the scenes magic of creating an internet musical, which is super wild for me. And I'm really excited to show you guys. And oh, it looks like we have our first guest of the evening. I'm so, so excited. Please welcome to the screen our beautiful, our incredible stage manager, Michaela Steris. I can see you're all applauding
Hi.
from there. Hi, I love you so much. Wow, I'm so excited you're here.
I love you so much. Thank
That's
you.
wild. If you guys don't know, Michaela is one of my best friends on this planet, and I am
It's
so
true.
so thrilled it's true to be doing this wild experience with you. Um,
Yeah.
how are you feeling about today? Are you excited? Are you a little nervous? What's going on?
All of the above. It's been like the longest month of my life. It's been very, very
Yeah,
difficult, but also phenomenal. And it's cool to like keep learning new things and to expand upon all the skills that I've already built as a stage manager and as a performer and all of those things. And it's a
yeah.
lot of fun.
Hey, speaking of new skills, Michaela, tell us a little bit about some of the challenges and rewards of running a Zoomsicle, as we've so lovingly begun calling it. Like,
A
what kind of
Zoom
new skills
school.
have you learned over the last few months?
So many. I learned a lot about COVID safety compliance. That was a big thing. I learned a lot
Yeah,
about um audio and video editing that like I've done here and there, right? We've all done some self tapes, we've all done some stuff like that.
sure.
But oh my goodness, like we have a cast of 25, I believe it's 25,
Yeah, I
and
think 25.
how I don't know. I don't know how we did it, but we have an amazing team. That's how is a lot of support and really super talented and intelligent people. But yeah, I've learned about different softwares like the one that we're using to stream, the ones that we've used to edit. It's crazy. It's absolutely
Yeah.
insane. I don't know how it all happened, but it did.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, what are you using to stream? Is it something you've used before, or are you just doing it straight through Zoom? How is that working?
So basically, the entire cast and crew Zoom together, but then we
Hmm.
actually stream through this software called OBS, which is, I believe,
Hmm.
open broadcasting software. Somebody might tell me I'm wrong,
If
but
you know when that's wrong, let us know in the comments.
it's fine. But it's actually really popular with a lot of Twitch streamers, a lot of gamers,
Oh,
where
cool.
you basically I can take each individual box of my Zoom screen and throw it
Hmm.
onto this software with different backgrounds and different videos that we've pre-recorded and things like that, and just make it all one big cohesive unit, which is terrifying, but it was so cool. It was so cool to see it
Yeah,
come together over the past, really, this past week has been massive for seeing all those pieces fall into
yeah,
place.
yeah, definitely. Do you have like a favorite moment in the show that you want to share with the
Very much so.
audience?
So I very affectionately talk about my trio, my three boys, Derek, TJ, and Charlie. And
Oh.
the very first time we ever did anything in person, really, that was like, like singing together, was hearing the trio, the opening number, the Fugue for Tin Horns. And let me tell you, when I first heard those three boys nail that harmony, I cried. I cried. Like
Oh
we
no.
were setting up in Derek's house, and because he's the person that's hosting the trios, that they can all be able to hear each other, and we were setting up some COVID
Hmm.
safety cubbies, and I got to hear it, and it was just the most magical thing, and the first time in about a year, really, that I heard that kind of creative unit come together. And when was the last time we heard live harmony, and the fact that they didn't even need to rehearse, they had it on the first time, and they were just so on it. And
Of
they're
course they did.
they're my favorite, like, talented and handsome and perfect little trio. I love them.
They are so handsome and they are so talented. And you know what else? They're incredibly well dressed, Michaela.
Oh,
And I've heard that you had a pretty large hand in getting the costumes and props ready for this show. Can you tell us a little bit about that as well?
yeah. So I had the joy, the pure joy of coordinating costumes and delivering props to 5 different states across the country.
Oh my gosh.
We have actors in Florida, New York, Nebraska, Texas, and then most of them are in California. But it's so exciting and also so crazy, like trying to be like, okay, but do you have a blue dress or a green dress? Like, and trying
Yeah, I
to,
definitely got
figure
that
it
phone call.
out. Yeah, and you definitely did. And just figuring out, what do people have in their closets? What are people I had so many people that were like, I will go out and buy a new dress. I'll wear it again. You were one of those people that was just like, I'll wear it again. Don't worry. Like, I got you. And that was a big help, was how
Yeah.
collaborative and kind and gracious the cast was. Honestly, I wouldn't have been able to do it without all of that.
Yeah,
No.
definitely, definitely. And hey, Michaela, you are also the education programming director for
Yeah,
Boxcar
I
Theatricals. Do you
am.
have any new projects that you want to share for our younger audiences to keep an eye out for coming up soon?
I really do. I really, really do.
Tell me
So,
about
starting
it.
March 2nd, which is the first Tuesday in March, I am launching a program called Right Track. And it's basically a high school performing arts intensive. And it's a 4-week program, but you don't have to be involved in all 4 weeks. If you're strictly a dancer, come for dance week. If you're strictly an actor, don't worry about the musical theater courses. Every week is themed. We have, like I said, dance and musical theater, like audition book building. We have
Cool.
camera acting, and we have Shakespeare scene work. And it's going to be super cool. Drop in if you want, for just the week, or come for the full program and get that full experience. And then kind of as a button to that, we'll have a little special concert that I think you'll hear about more later. But
You
yeah,
may or may not hear about it in the next
we'll
5 minutes or
see.
so. I don't know. Maybe stay tuned to find out. Thank you so much for joining us,
Yeah,
Michaela. I
absolutely.
am so honored to be in your gratitude and everything. Also, my mom says hi via the comments.
Hi, Mom. I love you.
um, so again, thank you so much for guiding us through this wild journey that we've been on since,
Thank
oh
you
gosh,
for
what,
being my
January?
pillar. You have been my pillar through it all. And this is
Honey,
actually a Starbucks that Carly brought to me. So,
that's true. I did. Well,
to just keep me going. So I appreciate you and thank you for having me on the pre-show.
of course. Thanks for joining us. I will see
Yeah,
you in tech soon.
real soon.
Bye, Michaela.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, she is such an angel, y'all. I am really, really excited about this next thing. I don't know if you guys saw it on our Instagram stories. I dropped a little hint that there would be some extra special performances happening tonight. And so for our first performance, I would like to welcome to the screen, to the stream, to the stage, our very own artistic director, Tyler Stouffer.
Well,
Hi,
hello,
Ty.
Carly. Hello,
Hi,
everyone
honey.
watching at home.
Amazing, amazing. Tyler, I hear that you're going to be singing a little ditty for us. Would you like to share about that a little?
I do have a little ditty prepared for you. It is actually one of like my top 5 favorite musical theater songs ever written, and it just happens to be in the show Guys and Dolls. And it's I haven't gotten an
Oh my
opportunity to
gosh.
sing this before, so I'm very excited to right now.
I'm very excited for you. I will
Thank you.
go ahead and let you take the stage, but ladies and gentlemen of the screen and the stream, enjoy Tyler Stouffer.
It says here, the average unmarried female, basically insecure, due to some long frustration, may react with psychosomatic symptoms difficult to endure, affecting the upper respiratory tract. In other words, just from waiting around for that plain little band of gold, a person can develop a cold. You can spray her wherever you figure the streptococci lurk. You can give her a shot for whatever she's got, but it just won't work. She's tired of getting a fisheye from the hotel clerk. A person could develop a cold. It says here, the female remaining single, just in the legal sense, shows a neurotic tendency. See note. Note? Is there a note? Oh, note. Chronic organic symptoms. Toxic or hypertense. Involving the eyes, the ears, the nose, and throat. In other words, just from waiting around and playing little band of gold, a person can develop a cough. You can feed her all day with the vitamin A and the bromo fizz, but the medicine never gets anywhere near where the trouble is. If she's tired of getting a name for herself and the name ain't his, a person can develop a cough. And furthermore, just from stalling the wedding trip, a person can develop la grippe. When they get on the train for Niagara, and she can hear church bells chime, the compartment is air conditioned, and the mood sublime. Then they get off at Saratoga for the 14th time. A person can develop la grippe. Oh, la grippe. La post-nasal drip with the wheezes and the sneezes and the sinus that's really a pip. From a lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too old, a person can develop a bad cold. Achoo!
Oh, bless you.
Oh, thank
Oh
you.
my heavens.
What a cold. Wear
What
your
a
mask,
what a
people.
cold. Wear your
Don't get the
masks. Oh
cold.
my heavens. Thank you so much for that beautiful rendition of how I like to
Well, thank
call it
you.
Addie's Lament. Thank you so
Love
much for that. And we will see you in just a little bit for your very own interview, Mr. Tyler J. Stouffer.
My own interview? Wow.
Your very own.
Well, I guess I'll see you later. Thanks,
I'll see
everyone.
you in a bit. Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time where I get to share with you a very special announcement that I am very, very excited about. In this very moment, we are announcing for the very first time with Boxcar Theatricals, the Boxcar Collective, the concert series. This is going to be a concert series that happens every first Saturday of the month. We'll be having different themes and different things that are all going to be so exciting. And what I'm the most excited about over this whole thing is that we actually are going to be doing a silent auction during each concert. So you can, head on in there, watch some amazing music, some dances, anything really. It kind of ranges everywhere across the board in terms of the arts, all while bidding on some really cool items that go along with the theme of every week. Oh, and it looks like our next guests have actually just arrived. So I'm going to go ahead and let them in. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
How are we today?
Good.
It looks like we have maybe a little bit of feedback coming from y'all. Is there a Bluetooth speaker that's attached?
Is it any better?
Yes, it is. That's a lot better. Okay. So, Jess, you are primarily a stage actress. How has it been adjusting from stage acting for a live audience to acting on the screen? Have you noticed any differences?
I love doing stuff on camera, and having the benefit of being able to review the things you've done is really awesome. It's a blessing for a theater actor because you don't usually get that. I have had a chance to do a few different projects during quarantine that one was like Zoom read through. I did a few pre-recorded things, and then this is kind of like a combination of both, but really this feels like the most theatrical to me of all of my experiences, so I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. You know what? I actually just got a message. It sounds like that echo is still happening. Is there a Bluetooth speaker that you guys have attached?
No.
Not to this computer.
Alrighty then. Well, buckle up, kids. Josh, this question is for you. You were originally selected as the choreographer for this project. I know that your journey to Sky has been already featured on our Instagram, but can you tell us a little bit about how you got here?
Right, so I've been dancing since I was a little kid, so I was always known as the dancer or the chorus boy or been involved in choreography in terms of shows and whatnot. And I was excited originally to choreograph for Guys and Dolls. However, because of this awesome company, they give the opportunity for anyone to audition. And so I thought I'd give my chance because I really took this time in this quarantine to really focus more on my acting and singing, and I really trained every week, every single day to make sure that when I come out of quarantine, I'm going to be the best I can be for auditions and be as versatile as I can be, whether being an ensemble member or a swing or a leading man. And that's some of my goals because this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So I'm really excited and really blessed to be playing Sky Masterson with Boxcar Theatricals.
Yeah, we're really excited to have you both. If you in the audience don't know, Jessica is playing Miss Sarah Brown, and Josh is playing Sky Masterson. We're very lucky to have them. So I did want to ask. I do see it must be a little bit hard for y'all to see each other. How have there been any challenges that you've faced with being outdoors and not being able to see your scene partners?
It's definitely weird to act in a scene with somebody and not get to see what they're doing. Obviously, we had a rehearsal process, where we got to like set some of those things, but as the show has developed, it's been different. It's been a different experience than being able to get like instant gratification of knowing what the other person's doing and how they're playing something. But that's what we're here navigating.
That's awesome. I'm just excited that you guys are able to make that happen and bring that light and love to the stage, even with not being able to see each other or being able to see anyone in the cast for that matter. That's awesome. Well, hey Jess, this costume is stunning, and Josh, you look flawless. Can you tell us a little bit about piecing your costumes together?
I'm so excited for my costume. This is actually, it belonged to a woman named Teresa Burdick. She is my brother-in-law's great-grandmother, and this secretary suit is from the 30s. So I'm feeling really in the moment, in the period for this show.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Josh, did you already own this beautiful suit?
Yes, I did, but what I didn't own was this 1950s fedora, and I'm telling you, it was not easy finding this, because I didn't want to look like a cowboy or a member of NSYNC, so I felt it was worth the journey, and I'm really proud to wear this iconic 1950s fedora.
I love that you guys are so in period. That's awesome. Do y'all have a favorite moment of the show, whether it's one that you're in or one that you get to watch?
I think for me, it was recording Luck Be a Lady. Just being with the camera crew, and it was interesting just having that element, being able to just perform almost live again. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity that Boxcar has given us. And I'm so excited for more. Anything else, Jess, for you?
Yes, for the first time last night, got to see a lot of the hard work that everybody else has been doing, and it's been so heartwarming to just watch everybody's like super like talented and hard-working efforts going into this. So I'm really excited for everybody else to experience that tonight.
I'm so excited for everyone to experience it. Well, hey, I will let you guys go. I know you have to get ready for this show. So thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you backstage in a little bit.
Woo! Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time once again for another special performance. I am very excited about this one. You already met Michaela today. She is featured as our very own live stream, Nicely Johnson, for this pre-show party. She'll be joined by Brittany and Emily, who are two of our board members, our president of the board and our secretary. And Emily also had a really big hand in props and costuming as well. So I'm super excited to share their fugue.
The horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can do. This guy says the horse can do. If he says the horse can do.
I'm picking Valentine, cause on the morning line, this guy's got him figured at 5 to 9. But look at epitaph, he was by half. Of course, the guy says the horse has a telegraph.
For Paul Revere, all right, I hear his tricks all right. Of course, it all depends.
the horse has dressed. And yet it's Valentine, the morning works look fine. Besides the jockey's brother's a friend of mine. And just a minute, boys, I got the $3 noise. It says the great-grandfather was equipoised.
I tell you, Paul Revere, now this is no bump steer. It's for my handicapper that's real sincere.
I go for Valentine, cause on the morning line, the guy's got him figures 5 to 9. So make it epitaph, he raised by a half. Of course, do this here in the telegraph. Valentine, I got the horse right here.
I am so excited about that. I don't know if y'all are as excited as I am, but I am loving all of these fun performances that we've been adding to this show and this little pre-show party for you all to get something that's a little bit special and different. And I am very, very excited right now to add our next guests to the stream. Welcome, Kat and Ian.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how are y'all doing today?
Excited.
Good. Yeah, we're really excited.
Excited. Good. Good. I'm so excited that you're excited because me too. um, so tell us a little bit about your roles here and what you're doing in this good and fresh Guys and Dolls today.
Well, I'm playing Nathan Detroit, gambler and all around gangster.
And I'm playing Adelaide, his hopelessly in love fiance, who's been waiting around for him for 14 years.
Oh, that's so many. Oh my gosh.
I'll get around
That's
to
awesome. You'll get around to it. All right. Well, maybe if people watch the show tonight, they'll find out.
Maybe. Who knows?
Who's to say? So I have a couple of questions for y'all. What was it like with a rehearsal process that's entirely remote? I can imagine that, music and blocking rehearsals must have been super different from what you're used to.
You want to take that one?
It was super unique. For me personally, I love that being on stage with other people and going over choreography together and working with your neighbor to be able to get the choreography right. And with a remote setting, it's very much on you, and you don't get that interaction with the other actors that you normally would. So for me, that was a little bit of a struggle because I love that so much about the rehearsal process. It was really interesting finding room to be able to do choreography and big numbers. I think we rehearsed in every single room in our house to kind of figure out what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I think the best thing is that we can take a nap, roll out of bed 15 minutes before rehearsal, and get into costume and start doing tech. That's awesome.
Yeah. We also have a dog, and it was really nice to not have to leave her to go to rehearsal. So that was kind of a plus too, as we were able to be with her at all times because she's still a puppy.
Yeah, I know we all really loved getting special guest appearances from her.
She's a ham.
It was always fun. Well, what has been your favorite experience so far with this being a virtual performance? I know mine was definitely, being able to do rehearsal on my couch in my sweats.
Same. Being able to be dressed in whatever I can, waist up, and having that be fun. I can do things on my computer and stuff right before and right after. I can literally stop working and then go directly to rehearsal, which is kind of awesome.
I think a cool thing about this whole process and being remote too is, yes, again, being at home, because when you're in a normal rehearsal process, you're never home and you live at the theater. So it was really nice to actually be able to be home, but also the accessibility that the rehearsal process offered. It was really cool to be able to see people from other states participating in this production and be able to get to know them a little bit, where normally we would not have been able to do that if we were in person.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. And so you guys obviously live together. Tell us a little bit more. How are you living together in this situation? Are you guys married? What's going on there?
Yeah, so we got married. Luckily, we got married in May of 2019 before all of the COVID craziness happened, and we purchased our house in January of 2020. So
right before
before.
like all the quarantine and
Oh my
everything.
gosh.
So we've actually
That's
lived in the
y'all
house.
lucked out so hard.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
We've been quarantining longer in our house, than the amount of time that we've owned the house, which is crazy. So
Yeah, absolutely. Well, how has it been working with your partner in a setting where you actually get to play partners on screen as well?
It's been super cool. We've only done a few shows together. We actually met doing a show,
Oh,
and we have only done one show where we've played opposite. So this is our second. So it's always super cool to play opposite.
that's so
your
fun.
Yeah, it's always cool to play opposite your best friend and the person that's like gonna take care of you on stage and push you to be a little bit more vulnerable than you would with someone that you've just met. So it really,
Totally.
for me, it makes me take chances because I know if I mess up, Ian's such a good actor that I know that he's gonna catch me if I fall.
Yeah, absolutely.
also the comfortability, like we can do things to each other that, like, we
We
really
can
have no
be
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can play and just be goofy and have a good time.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you have a favorite moment in the show? Maybe one that you're in, maybe one that you're not in, that you get to watch backstage.
So I absolutely love to watch the trio. They make me so happy. I think they're three super talented guys, and I just smile every time that
Yeah,
they're doing something. So
I know. I
I
know
would
you
say,
can't see him, but TJ is blushing backstage.
oh, good. Anything they do, it makes me smile. So I really appreciate anytime they're on stage. And then another favorite moment for me is when we do Sue Me and we just get to scream in each other's faces because it's very unlike us. So
That
that's
is such a fun
fun
moment.
thing for us.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Ian?
Well, my favorite part when I'm not in the show is watching her dance in the hot box. It's so cute, and
Aww.
I literally just am like transfixed. I'm usually in the kitchen because I have to enter in from that part of the stage,
Mhm.
and I'm just like watching her because she doesn't dance very much, and
I don't.
it's
I'm
just
not
nice.
a dancer.
And then my favorite part of being in the show, I think, is being able to do my outrageous like gestures and reactions during I want to say it's the prayer meeting. That's probably my favorite acting moment.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
That moment is so fun. I love it so much. Do you both have anything that you'd like to share with our viewers watching at home?
We hope you enjoy the show.
Yeah.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into it, and we hope you have as much fun as we did being in the show.
And also make sure you donate to Boxcar Theatricals since we're just getting started. That'd be really, really fantastic. The little donation button when you bought tickets. So hopefully you made a donation. If not, there's still time.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you backstage in a bit.
All right. Thank you.
Bye. Oh, they're just the cutest in the whole wide world. I can't handle it. I want a burrito, Ivy. Ivy, bring me a burrito. Ivy just commented in the chat for those of you viewing that she's making burritos with Dalton, and they're ready to see us perform. Same. I am very excited. Ian actually didn't know that he did it, but he gave me a really amazing segue into talking about our new donor program that will be launching soon. So if you're not already subscribed to our newsletters, you can go to boxcartheatricals.org and subscribe. We are very excited to be rolling out a new donorship program next month. It'll actually be through Patreon, which is something that we're very excited to roll out. It'll be rolling out with our concert series. You can also donate at PayPal. You can donate with Venmo. You can send us a check, anything. All of that information, again, is at boxcartheatricals.org. I would recommend to go head on over there. Also, if you haven't already gotten your tickets, for those of you that are joining us now to Guys and Dolls tonight. If you're not available to watch the show tonight, that's totally fine. We're actually going to be streaming it again tomorrow. You won't be able to get your ticket for tomorrow's show until after tonight's show. But if you do want to get tickets for tomorrow's show, go ahead and save that link that's in our comment. It'll work tomorrow as well. So I am very, very excited to bring you one more special performance for tonight's pre-show party. This is a performance of If I Were a Belle by Timo Reese. He is our advertising director. He is absolutely incredible, one of my dearest friends, and I'm very excited to share this with you. So off you go.
Ask me, how do I feel? Ask me now that we're cozy and clinging. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bell, I'd be ringing. From the moment we kissed tonight, that's the way I just gotta behave. Boy, if I were a lamp, I'd light. And if I were a banner, I'd wave. Ask me, how do I feel? Little me with my quiet upbringing. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a gate, I'd be swinging. And if I were a watch, I'd start popping my spring. Boy, if I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding. Ask me, how do I feel from this chemistry lesson I'm learning? Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bridge, I'd be burning. Yes, I knew my morale would crack from the wonderful way that you looked. Boy, if I were a duck, I'd quack. And if I were a goose, I'd be cooked. Ask me, how do I feel? Ask me now that we're fondly caressing. Pal, if I were a salad, you know I'd be splashing my dressing. Ask me how to describe this whole beautiful thing. Boy, if I were a bell. Yes, if I were a bell. Well, if I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding.
Thank you so much, Timo, for that amazing performance. You're so precious, and I love you so much. I sneaked it earlier, but I'm very excited to tell you all that joining us once again into this pretty amazing live stream is our very own Tyler J. Stouffer, director and artistic director of Guys and Dolls and Boxcar Theatricals.
You got the whole title. Good job.
It's a mouthful, man.
Oh my god, thank you for having me back. Wasn't that performance incredible? Oh my gosh.
Yes, look at our friend.
Look
Look
at the
at
gold
our
trio and
friend.
it's so cool. Just a small little preview of what you have if you log on and watch our show in just 22 minutes.
Don't tell me that. I'm not dressed yet, Tyler. I'm like,
20
that's
to
the secret,
places,
is that
Carly.
you're all going to see me do the fastest quick change I've ever done in my life, is going straight from this live stream to the next one.
Same.
Big same. Tyler, thank you so much for joining us once again here
Thank
on
you
the
for having
Boxcar
me.
Theatricals red carpet. Secrets.
thank
Timo made this. Yes, of course. Tyler, this is our very first Zoomsicle. How do you feel?
I feel a lot of feelings.
Yeah.
Boxcar Theatricals itself has been 2 years in the making, and in terms of being an actual company, we're only 4 months. So we're a brand new baby company, and to be making this huge milestone, I can't believe it. Because being the artistic director of a theater company has been a dream of mine since I was a child.
I know.
I know it, because I've had so many great artistic directors to look up to as I've grown up, and I'm like, I want to do that. And so Yeah, I'm feeling all the emotions because we've had a couple of great events at Boxcar, but in terms of my department, artistic directing, this is really my first stamp. And
Yeah.
I'm excited
Ah,
and crazy.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited that we get to do this together, and I'm excited that this is something that even is happening in the middle of this panorama that we're in. Like, it's insane.
you know, how is it even happening? I don't even know. It's all pixie dust. I'm not sure.
Magic. It's magic.
It is.
So tell me, what's it been like directing a live musical on streaming platforms, like over Zoom and FaceTime and whatever it may be?
You know, it's really like trying to relearn riding a bike. It really is
Yeah,
because as much as, a lot of the elements are the same, in terms of like character development and interactions and timing and set changes and all these kind of elements that are still the same, it's still just a completely different skill to try to learn. And unfortunately, there is not a textbook on it. So my incredible team and myself just kind of we jumped in with both feet and said, okay, we're going to figure this out and try to make something happen because we just felt like it was really important. And I think people right now are really craving the arts and they're craving an escape. And that's artists and patrons alike. And so
yeah.
we decided to, bite the bullet and say, okay, we're going to put in the work and we're going to figure it out and do our research and make it happen. And it's been an adventure and just learning every step of the way, learning new things and taking U-turns and hitting roadblocks, and just it's a lot, but it's been so rewarding to get here.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I know that you tonight are streaming from the comfort of your beautiful home.
You
And you're
know?
actually even, we love to see it. And you're actually also playing a small role in the show. How did
Yeah.
that come to be?
I'm playing the narrator in the show because we are doing the concert version of Guys and Dolls. And the
Right.
concert version has a narrator in it that kind of helps tell the story a little bit. So it really just came after casting. We were like, okay, we'll find a narrator. It'll be okay. We'll find a narrator. And then a couple weeks go by, and we're like, hey, we don't have a narrator yet. Who should be the narrator? I'm like, you're right. We don't
You're
have
like,
a
I
narrator
guess I'll
yet.
do
And
it.
then, a couple more weeks pass by, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to be the narrator. And so here I am.
Yeah, yeah.
Tonight I'm playing the narrator. I'm playing tracks. It's a balancing act. It's crazy.
He's a man of many hats. Can you tell us a little bit about casting, and about the audition process and how you managed to cast a 23, 25 person show remotely?
Yeah, we got 25 incredible performers in this show. Well, we set up a nationwide call for video submissions, and we were so honored and shocked as a brand new company doing an online musical. We got an incredible amount of submissions, and so we got to cast some really incredible people in the show. And another thing, the casting process, Boxcar, as part of our mission statement, is really celebrating diversity and making sure that everyone has the chance to tell their story, no matter what they look like or what their abilities are.
Yeah.
And so we were really fortunate to have Miguel, a great friend of ours, and I think he's watching right now. I saw him comment. So hi, Miguel,
I
shout
think
out.
he is. Hi, baby. We love you.
He came on as our diversity casting director. And so him and I and the rest of our team worked together, and we were able to find some really, really wonderful, diverse talent, which is just a huge honor to me. And it's just because it's so what we wanted to try to do, and just make
Yeah.
sure that anyone who wants to tell their story can. And so we're really honored to have the cast that we have. Don't know how it happened.
I mean, I can say firsthand, they're all pretty freaking magical. So I'm
Yeah.
very excited. And I feel like it's been cool, especially because, we have this amazing cast that's all virtual, and yet we still have found that family bond that we all love so much about being in a show. And that's been so special for me too, because, we're all quarantining, we're all here in our own homes throughout all of this. And it's such a special time that we still get to find that bond anyway. you know?
Yeah, I think a main reason we have that is because one of the criteria that we had going into casting is saying we want to find people that we can tell have a thirst for wanting to perform right now. They really miss it. They really want to do it. And I think we were able to do that. And I think that's something that our wonderful cast bonds over, is the fact that, we've been dying to do theater for over a year, and we finally get to do it. I think that's something that really brings us together.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Well, Tyler, I have been asking this to all of our other guests so far, and I just want to touch base with you as well. Do you have any favorite moments in the show that you'd like to, have our viewers keep an eye out for while they're watching tonight?
Oh my goodness. I do. I have some favorite moments, but I think the reason they're my favorite is because of how they came about. Because so you'll see if you're going to watch the show, which you all should at 6:00.
Do it.
We have some moments where we've incorporated some shadow silhouette moments to make up for maybe some physical intimacy that we're not able to achieve in a Zoom window. So the shooting of that was really fun. And also, one of my favorite moments is we managed somehow to choreograph a punch between two Zoom windows. So someone
That's amazing.
punches another actor from, well, actually, literally tonight, that second actor's in a different state. So from two different states, a punch happened.
That's wild. That's absolutely wild.
Finding those hurdles and getting over them was just really exciting and made for some special memories.
I know it seems funny. I'm acting like I'm surprised when you say these things, but it's because I am. Like, I don't know if you viewers at home know, like the way that we see everything, it's just a Zoom window is what we see during the show, like the cast. So all we see is our Zoom screen. It's all of our little Zoom boxes in a row. But what you see is inputted into this amazing program, and there's all these things, and there's a background, and it's super cool. So like, I have not seen so many of the elements of this show, and that's why I'm so excited to watch it tomorrow, because it's going to be that recording of tonight's performance. So I think that's probably why I'm so excited, because I'm like, there's so many things that I haven't yet, and I'm in the show.
And it's funny, actually, being in the show myself, actually last night I was able to watch the recording of our final dress rehearsal, and that was the first time I got to see what the show's going to look like for all of you, because I have to be in a separate location. I can't be with Michaela running OBS, and but she has it, she rocks it, and I just keep screaming. It's just a screaming moment.
It's okay. Like, I'm just yelling. I'm so excited. It's fine. Well, that is so exciting, and thank you so much, Tyler, for joining me again in our pre-show party. I will let you go. I know you have to get ready for this show, and I still have one more interview to do. So break a leg, enjoy yourself. I'll see you backstage.
Thanks, Carly. Thank you, everybody.
Bye. All right, y'all. We have one more interview. It is three of my favorite boys. We have Charlie, TJ, and Derek joining us live. You're muted. Hey, gang, go ahead and unmute yourself because we can't hear you, but you look beautiful doing what you're doing. Hey, boys, you're muted. I can't unmute you. Thanks.
Come on now, Team Trio.
Y'all are seriously my favorite. Oh my gosh. Noelle just said in the comments, Charlie's Angels. That's so cute. Aww. Because Charlie. Oh my gosh. I am so excited to have y'all here. You guys have some of my truly favorite moments in the show. So I'm really excited that you're joining me right now. And I know you're all on location together right now. So how has it been making sure that your performance space is COVID safe and still workable for the show?
It's been nice. As you see, we've got these really fancy, lovely dividers.
Yeah.
It's been it feels really safe because everyone's keeping their distance, and obviously these dividers stop us from blowing air at each other and spitting on each other and all that fun stuff. So it's just great to be in the same room performing again with people. So that's a huge thing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's been a long time since people have been able to perform together. So what has that been like, and what's it been like, nailing that harmony for the first time in the same room, like Michaela mentioned earlier?
I'll say something. Carly, we had a really cool opportunity because when we first got in and we were all three in the same space, obviously when we were rehearsing on Zoom, we had sung the song, but we couldn't really hear each other because we were muted. So when we got in and we hit the harmony for the first time, we actually had a small audience because we were so loud. I think we were just equally excited. We were still trying to get it all together. But my neighbors next door, they came over because they wanted to hear it. They all put on masks. And we had an audience sitting on my living room floor listening when we hit the harmony for the first time. So for me, that was the first time I had an audience in about 9 or 6 months. So it was
almost a year. Yeah. That's wild. That's so cool. Well, boys, we've done some really dynamic things with the way that we're presenting the show, both with live streaming and pre-recorded moments and things like Tyler mentioned with the shadowing. What's been your experience, making those transitions, and what's been the most fun for you to do?
I would say something that I think is fun is just going from a number like, oh, we just did a scene, and then it goes into maybe a section that's pre-recorded, and then also live at the same time, because certain numbers have like one person singing live and the rest is like around it pre-recorded, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
I don't have to stand here and do that right now. Oh, I'll grab some water and I'll come back. But it's been fun because when we're like the first time we were in tech, we got to hear each other actually sing things or hear each other's solos that we haven't heard before because we're not here.
So, muted or not in the same room. Yeah. I know one of my favorite things is actually during sit down, TJ, while you're singing, is that, no one can actually see us. They can only see you. So, we're all just jamming backstage and we can all see each other on Zoom and we're all just singing along with you instead of singing our own parts. And it's so fun. It's something that you never normally get to do, in a normal musical experience. So that's super cool.
Oh yeah, it was really exciting. And definitely like the first time I heard the background vocals in that song, I was like, oh, well, it's singing so real now. Oh my gosh.
I know. Oh my gosh. The first time I heard it, I was like, okay, we have singers. Like, I was so excited. Yeah. I was like, okay, high notes. Dang. So exciting. Well, hey, I would like to hear from each of you your favorite moments of the show, one that you're in and one that you get to watch. Ready, go.
Oh, shoot. I'll start out. I would say favorite moment from the show for me just has been like all the rehearsals leading up to it. The fact that I never knew how big of a stage we could create in our home. So my wife and I had the blessing to be able to open our space to make it COVID friendly, but also to create the space. And so it's like you say, that like the world is your stage, but your home, for it to be a stage for us and to help be a part of this production. I love that. I love that we can contribute and have that for the show. And then also this crew, like we have become so close, just hanging out, performing, laughing. There's never a dull moment. And so I've just enjoyed being able to have this time, even with this group. It's been so fun.
Yeah. Awesome.
And I would say for me, definitely, I think Fugue is probably one of my favorite moments that I get to be in it, because it's singing with these guys is pretty, like, as you'll hear later on, they're pretty talented. So it's been like, I don't know, just awesome singing with other people, just and to have people that like challenge you and push you and you get along with them and you can joke with them and it's just all the things that we miss about the community part of theater that it's been. I think people forget that amongst everything else, we really build community in every show and it becomes like a little family. So it's been such a blessing to be able to have that. And I think one of my favorite scenes to watch is probably, so I have a soft spot in my heart for the Adelaide moments because like they just make me laugh so much. And I absolutely love when she sings, like pretty much anything she sings. It just makes, I'm over just like, oh, giggling and like walking away. So I love watching all of those little moments.
I agree. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say I really enjoy moments in the show. Or really my favorite thing is Adelaide as well. There's just something that Kat does with her voice when she just goes all the way up.
Yes.
Talking or in singing. It's just really like, it's just you'll hear it when you guys watch the show, because you're gonna watch the show because it's why not?
Yeah.
It's just every time she does it when we're in rehearsals and I hear it, I just start laughing because it's just it's gold.
And then that's where we are all trying to emulate it.
Yeah.
Do you all have your own little Adelaide impressions? Can I hear one? I know we just heard from TJ. Do Derek and Charlie, do you have little impressions?
That's the biggest lie you ever told me.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
When I think of the time go by.
That's mine.
I love it. I love it so much.
Thanks, Carly.
Thank you guys. I'm going to let you go. I know you have about 5 minutes to curtain and y'all start the show. So later, I'll see you backstage. Break legs. Love ya. See ya in a few.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, they are so fun. And I have had such a good time this past hour hanging out with all of you in our pre-show party for Guys and Dolls, the concert version hosted by Boxcar Theatricals. Again, one more time, I just have to say I'm so grateful for this opportunity and grateful for the opportunity to, have art and have theater again in my life during this trying time and during, this pandemic that, we kind of all just we're hoping for the best. So I am so, so, so grateful for all of you for tuning in as well, because without you, none of this would be possible. Without those of you that have donated to help us along the way, keep us chugging along. Those of you that have, shared our Instagram stories or shared our Facebook posts, we couldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it without you, our audience. And I am so incredibly grateful. So I think on behalf of the Boxcar team, I give you the biggest thank you in the world. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already gotten your tickets for Guys and Dolls, the concert version, tonight at 6 p.m. in about 3 minutes, you can still go get that link in the comment, or in the caption of this video. There is a link. It'll take you straight to showticksforyou.com, straight to the link, and you can get your tickets. It's super easy to download. You just click on it, and it'll take you straight to our live stream. And again, one more time, if you're not available tonight and you need something to do tomorrow for Valentine's Day that is COVID compliant, you can go ahead and get a ticket for tomorrow's stream as well. You won't be able to get that until after tonight's performance. So make sure you tune in there, and you can grab it at any time tonight or tomorrow before the show. So again, thank you so much for joining me in our pre-show party. I have had such a blast interviewing everyone and hearing some awesome renditions of these songs. And with that, I leave you to go get ready for my show in 2 minutes. Oh my gosh, the fastest quick change I've ever done. Thank you all so much again for joining me. I have had a blast. Later.